Hello beautiful people and welcome back to Stronghold Crusader HD tips and tricks. There's some tips and tricks that I want to show you. Also that's applied to single player as a campaign against a PC. So let's get started. For sake of this video I'm gonna use Sultan because I don't want to mess around with the enemy. So let's get started. First tip is make game speed on 20. I know it sounds like stupid, but really if you make your game speed on 20 when you're playing of course against PC, you can actually cheat on your PC because they are programmed to make some stuff at a time. So they are making the building themselves depend on the time. Yes, you heard me right. They really need like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to complete building a castle because it's time periodically made. That means if your game speed is lower than like so to speak 40, you have advantage of building everything faster than your PC. For example, I'm gonna try to build everything I could in a simple way of time, so I can prove that I'm building myself faster than an actually PC. If your game speed is like on 80% so to speak, PC enemy, they're gonna build himself really faster and you stand really no chance against him. You already know that. I think if you're not and you're watching this video, then I think you really want to learn something. Another tip is to make blacksmith. Why do we need swords? We don't need knives to fight. Of course we need swords because we're gonna sell them. If you have a limited space of your grass, for example this map has plenty, but there's some maps that you don't have a lot of grass space. I mean, it's really nice to use swords to sell them, to make yourself real nice profit, even without food. I have everything I need, and let's check our enemy. For example, in this case it was Sultan. You can see he has like only granary, and he has one house, and he has like shop. Not much going on. He has started yet, and look what we have. We have houses, we have iron mines. We don't have much, but I mean for beginning we are still really nice. Another tip I want to show is hope farms. Yes, to build hope farms, if you have a limited space, I highly recommend making hope farms instead of, for example, apple, because they are really using a lot of space of your green area. If you want, you can use wheat farm. I highly recommend horse farm because it can raise your popularity at +8. That means you really don't need food at all. I mean, you still really need to farm, but you don't need granary as a 4 source type for your popularity. Of course, temporary source of food is to build some apple farms, but after sometimes I delete them and I focus myself on making houses because they bring a lot of popularity. This is like my setup, what I like to start with. Of course, I don't have stone currently, so I cannot build myself. I have here, so you can see we have here also iron ore. I utilize everything I can. Of course, depends on the map, but my primary focus is to make myself an iron, so I can sell my swords and I can make really nice profit with only one item. So for example, we can see 5 swords sell for 150 gold. One more tip, if you buy yourself food, also buy all sorts of food. You have meat, you have cheese, you have apples, and you have bread. But what you gain with this is like food types, Eden bonus to place your houses somewhere outside the castle. And of course, when you're placing yourself houses outside, of course in a single player they will not attack and they will not focus on your houses. They will focus on your emperor, on your lord, of course. But there's also one tip: if you are building your houses, please make yourself water pot. It will save you a lot of trouble. I have little economy. I want to build my castle to have better defense. One also tips is to make yourself at least 2 doorways. So that means I can place my doors. Okay, I need to buy myself stones. For example, I will build myself door here. And I'm gonna build myself doors also on opponent's side or some other side, not in the same wall, of course. Because if your enemy attacks you on one side, your doors will automatically close, and everybody that work outside is gonna lose their jobs because they cannot go outside or neither do inside. Because if their enemy attacking from one side, there's always gonna be one open door that your people, that your workers can go outside and produce something that will not be able to if the door was closed. I mean, it's really simple, but it's really helpful as well. It really helps if you have like all of different types of food, but if you're limited on a space, like I said, the hops farms is really the best because you can make yourself bars and it will bring a lot of population. For example, right now I want to add one more so I can have like 8 population, so we don't really need the food. This is my like tip if you have limited space of grass, because it's in the desert conditions. For example, this map has a plenty just for sake of this video, but there's a lot of maps that does not support. There's a lot of maps that does not support a lot of green areas. If you have like limited space, I highly recommend to use this tactic. I have like 𝐿 -8, this is like 0, and I'm actually at a +1, or I'm natural, so I don't really need food to sustain my popularity. Also, one tip: if you're build yourself a creature, because you will gain popularity by religion, and I'm gonna show you how much it helps. We have +2 for nothing. This is only for religion, guys. This is really useful. Use it wisely. Okay, guys, so I made myself a little army here so I can attack here. I highly recommend to use horsemen as a horse archers to execute your attack. I think you already know that they are really nice and really useful to use. So guys, there's a little army, and I want to show you. I made a completely video on economy system. Please check it out, it's really useful. There's one combat bonus. Combat bonus is making your whole troop stronger. How it works: good things, and we put a lot of good things. I made this video explaining what good and bad things are. Choose it only when you have all of your economy and your resources unstable, because it will make your workers, it will make your economy a little slower, and they will be lazier. It will not be efficient as by default. We can check the Fear Factory. Fear Factory is popularity effect +3. Good things for next level is 2. Okay, let's add 2 more good things here. So we have Fear Factory, popularity effect is +4. I have efficiency of my work is 60%. I know they're not that efficient as 100%, but I still gain for +4. Here to army, we can see troop bonus combat is +20%. This is like max. What does mean? Every single soldier you have here, for example this horseman, it will be 20% combat efficient and 20% stronger. I highly recommend using that only when you attack. This is what I do. It's like I place one pile of the flowers, so to speak, and when I execute my attack, I destroy this, because as you can see, there's a lot of workers here that they are not that efficient at all. I explained it on another video. I'm gonna link down below in the description. You will learn something if you don't know already. It's really useful video. You're gonna learn a lot. So there's a lot of tips and tricks, guys, that I use to playing against my friends, that I use to playing against computer. So let me quickly kill Sultan, and then we're gonna jump on another map. Then I'm gonna show you how to cheat this game. Yes, you can cheat this game. It's kind of stupid when you know it, but it's kind of helpful if you're really struggling to playing against PC. I mean, you can only do this in a single player, but I highly recommend not to. I'm not using the cheat by any means. Every time I play, I try to build my castle, build my economy, because I really enjoy playing this game how it was. One more tip: for example, if you have your horsemen, place them in front of the door so your enemy cannot escape from a castle. Of course, what I like to do, because they are shooting only inside of line, select your horsemen or your archers and left click on enemy. What it will do, it will automatically shoot at him, and it will kill all peasants here, so they cannot make another workers, they cannot make another warrior. So it's really useful. Okay, let me kill this Sultan fast so we can jump on another map. So guys, this map, no escapes, is really limited. Of course, game speed 20, so I can speak to you. It's very limited. There's not a lot of resources. There's only a little grass, so we need to utilize everything we have. So if you look closer here, we have a lot of iron and we have a lot of stone that will help us improve our economy. In previous example, use your iron to make your sword, sell the sword so you can buy your food. It's really that simple. You need to be careful when your popularity is falling. So this is, guys, perfect example how you utilize everything you can. Okay, we have stones, so you're gonna focus yourself to making iron, to making stones, because you're gonna focus yourself to make those types of resources, to sell those types of resources for food, because there's a really limited space. So guys, I told you I'm gonna show you how to cheat this game. If you really don't want to cheat, be aware, this spoiler alert, please please skip this part of video. But if you really want to cheat, in some case, it's only work for single player. I'm gonna show you, of course. I'm gonna go in game speed 90 so we can go a little bit faster. So this is how you cheat in this game. Okay, so let's go, let's sell all our resources. We don't need any of them. What you want to do is press P on your keyboard for a pause. How this cheat works is actually really simple. I'm gonna show you how to cheat, how you spam your workers on a one workstation. So you want to select any of workstation you want to spam on, and press pause.
Game pause.
You want to double click on a sleeping icon here so you can hear
Work halted, my
that
lord.
work is halted. Another time when you click it on it,
This building is currently functioning, my lord.
game actually realize that there is no people over there because you're in a pause mode, and game just realized that there's not of work there, so they're gonna send another one. Press P to unpause.
Game running.
As you can see, automatically game gonna send a lot of workers because game thinks there's not workers. I'm gonna show you a perfect example of what I mean about it. So we're gonna put only one woodcutter here and only one iron miner. Let's go, game speed. So look, game pause, double click,
Game running.
game running.
Game running.
Be advised that it's actually using... Okay, wait, I'm under attack, of course.
running.
Yeah, I cannot show this tutorial without getting attacked. Why not? Okay, so look what happened. There's only one workstation and we have like 5 people working on one workstation. Iron Mine, we're gonna spawn Iron Mine, of course. Multiplayer, you cannot pause the game however you want. So this works only for single player, guys, if you really struggle. So let's see right now how much iron can we produce. I'm gonna sell everything I have. Woodworkers, there are like 6 woodworkers from only one workplace. Only with one. We have made 11 iron, only with one iron mine. And it will spam. Look at this. There's another 2 iron ore. Look at it. 3 actually. You can use this like advantage. Of course, you can make your swords and sell the swords. This is how you can cheat on this game. Yes, and they're gonna make a lot of swords. They're gonna make a lot of resources. Of course, I don't have any food. I need to buy it. I don't have a gold, but I will have a gold when they make a lot of swords and I can sell those swords. He's actually outside, but there's another guy making the sword in the same time. You can actually spam on any. So look at that, guys. Object look at how much iron do we make per minute. Do we make crazy? Look. So guys, if this video was helpful, please consider thumbs up. If you have like any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below. I'm gonna make you another video making how you can build your castle, tips and tricks, some types of castle, which type of castle is working on which scenario. And I hope, guys, that this video was useful, that you learned something if you didn't already. And I see you guys in the next one.